If you are the Saints right now, if you have to draft a Saints receiver with Michael Thomas being out, are you taking Traquan or are you taking Marquez Callaway? Who are you taking?
Marquez. So y'all know I like Traquan Smith.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Traquan Smith is hurt right now. He hasn't been getting practice, and Marquez has been getting buzz. You know, this is like, out of all the times to ask this question, you know, it seems like Marquez has the backing.
Yeah.
Now let's take into account Marquez Callaway was an undrafted rookie last year from Tennessee.
Right.
He was the 4th receiver on the depth chart behind Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Traquan. I even think Deontay Harris might have been getting a little bit more burn than him, but he was playing. He did okay. He has the size of maybe a Traquan, kind of like the build.
Traquan was like a little bit. I think
They're the
Traquan
same height.
6'3".
6'2".
Traquan might be a little bit taller.
Yes, both
he's
6'2".
Yeah, but they both have the.
Traquan's like
looked it up.
6'3". Yeah.
They both have the same build though.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right,
okay,
right.
so I mean, here's the thing: in sports, the best ability is availability. Traquan Smith got hurt a little bit last year too. He's hurt now. Marquez is getting the snap, kind of like what we talked about earlier with injuries. You know, you're getting the opportunity to show the coaches what you have. You're getting those valuable snaps, those repetitions with the quarterback. If I had to draft a guy right now, like if all things were equal, I guess I have to lean Callaway.
Say that again.
I would lean Callaway.
One more time.
I would lean Callaway. Okay. But talent-wise, if Traquan had been practicing up to this point, like regardless of what the reports are, because I don't care about the reports, but regardless of what the reports were, if Traquan was healthy, and you asked me this, even if there was the same buzz for Marquez, I would probably take Traquan.
Okay, I think it's a very good point that you bring up. So we hear about a lot of this buzz that's coming out of camp. It's important to understand who's on the field and who's not.
Right.
So if you see it, you know, like this Callaway, you know, buzz. Yes, I think it actually helps him out, but I'm not putting a huge amount of stock into them saying, "Oh, he's like the most dependable."
They have
reliable
nobody
receiver.
else there.
They
He's
have
the only
nobody
guy
else
out
there.
There's a bunch of-
and I'm a Callaway guy. Like we
Yeah.
talked about it in the previous podcast. I would rather have Callaway, and I've been trying to like get him in as many drafts as possible. But again, that being said, with Traquan being out, I'm not really putting much stock into these camp reports. And I think you have to understand that. Like if guys are missing camp, so same thing with like someone like Sammy Watkins. That's one reason, you know, I was kind of joking before, but that's one reason why I'm not putting a lot of huge stock into Sammy Watkins, because who else is catching balls?
Right.
Who else is catching balls, you know? And you talked about it before. Like Lamar wasn't even at practice up until, you know,
Right. So he wasn't even getting reps with the quarterback.
he wasn't even getting reps with the quarterback. So
Right.
a lot of different things go into play. But getting, you know, to your question, Marquez Callaway. Yeah.
Marquez, man.
Marquez
come on,
Callaway.
Was it Marquez or
He's
Marquez?
Marquez, yeah.
Okay.
Q.
Marquez.
All right, 6'2", okay, just a little bit shorter than Traquan. He's not as fast as Traquan Smith, though. Okay, so I think it's important. But I think that's important because I think Traquan will stretch the field,
Traquan is a field stretcher.
which is what I want.
Remember, I like Traquan, just to
Yeah.
put that out there. Okay.
Right.
Which is what I want.
Yeah.
I want the guy who's going to be more the possession receiver. And when you go back and you look at Marquez Callaway, specifically last year, and it's a very small sample size. I think, you know, he had an excellent catch rate. I think he was like 22 out of 23 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But what I liked about him is that, yes, he was an undrafted free agent, but he immediately saw playing time.
Yeah.
Special teams.
Yeah.
When Michael Thomas went down, they trusted him, and he came through.
He was fearless.
Coaches
He was fearless
love
out there.
that.
He looked like a
and,
veteran a little
And when
bit.
you look at the type of catches that, you know, number one, I love someone who knows how to get open in the zone, because that tells me how smart you are as a player. You come in as a rookie and do that, very impressive.
Undrafted, too, yeah.
Again, small sample size, but he caught the ball in space and he caught the ball with his hands.
Yeah. No,
And
he looked good.
He looked good.
He looked
Okay,
good.
he's not somebody who's just gonna, you know, a bunch of yak or be running by guys, but he really wasn't that in college as well.
Okay,
In
so
coll-
the point you just made there, that's really what gives me a little reservation.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, he might become a possession guy. He might get a bunch of catches. But I want somebody who's going to give me touchdowns. I want somebody who's going to stretch the field. You know, I want those big plays. What you call the quote-unquote upside.
but not in this offense. Okay, so look, we need to have a number one. Okay,
No.
Wait,
This is why I want to have this conversation. Go ahead.
Are you saying this guy is going to take the Michael Thomas role?
no. Let me. Okay, first, okay.
know.
Multiple things going on here.
Whoa.
Multiple things going here. First,
Come
let me
on,
address
man.
that because I want
Come
this to be
on,
very clear. Nobody is taking Michael Thomas'
Thank
role.
you. Thank you.
Nobody is coming
Thank
out
you.
here
Okay.
and is going to warrant.
Okay.
When it's all said and done, we should have taken him in the third round.
Okay,
That's not
proceed.
happening.
Sorry,
No. Right,
That's not happening.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
not
I
happening.
got you.
What I see, and when I say, I want the guy who's going to get a bunch of targets. That's what I like with Marquez Callaway. But getting back to your upside point, To me, upside is not the guy who's going to give you spike weeks. Slot receivers can give you spike weeks. Go back and look at a guy like Cole Beasley.
Yeah.
Go and look at his game logs. You saw not many, but you saw a handful of games where he had double-digit catches.
Yeah.
And he put up 20-plus points.
And I agree.
Don't tell me, so
agree.
when people talk about upside, I need people
wait.
to define that.
But wait,
I don't
but
want upside guys. I want guys who have a good floor, but who have the ability to have upside spike weeks.
Wait. First of all, Cole Beasley, I agree. Cole Beasley, by the way, is a value right now. Like, don't sleep on
we
Cole
talked
Beasley.
about that.
We talked about that in the group chat. But
Even with Emmanuel Sanders being,
Yeah, because that's a passing offense.
and he's their slot guy too.
I kind of want to talk
wait.
about that too,
Wait,
but
wait,
that's
wait,
another
wait,
topic.
You're talking as if Marquez Callaway is going to be their slot guy.
No, he's not going to be their slot guy.
Okay.
I look at him taking the Michael Thomas role. He's not going to give you Michael Thomas production.
You think he's going to take the Michael Thomas
I think
role?
he takes the Michael Thomas role because I think he's better at it. He's better at it.
Okay.
For some reason, they're both 6'2", but when I was watching film this week, he seemed to play a lot bigger.
Marquez?
Yes, Callaway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Played a lot bigger than Traquan.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like he looked a
No,
lot like
I agree.
Michael Thomas.
Traquan, for the talent he has, it seems like he plays a little reserve sometimes. I don't know why.
He had a
He's
chance.
had big games.
He's had a chance.
But here's the thing, and you made a comment about these spike weeks. The reason why I like or I chase spike weeks because those are weeks that can literally win you weeks.
But anybody can get you those weeks. Anybody
You're right,
can get
anybody
you those
can,
weeks.
but-
Literally anybody.
but-
So when
but-
someone says, "Oh, I want
Okay, let me
McCole
ask you
Hardman
this.
because
Who
he
has the
has
highest
upside,"
ceiling? Who has the highest ceiling?
that to me that
But
they
who-
both
but who
Marquez Callaway has the highest ceiling.
You
This
think
is
he
what
has
I'm
a
telling
higher
you.
ceiling?
This is if you ask me like, and I'm gonna go back to 2020, and I think I still agree with this for 2021 to be quite honest. If you ask me, if you give me a player like your typical upside player like McCole Hardman, and let's just use
Let's not use McCole.
no because that's what people think of when they say
McCole doesn't
upside.
even have spike weeks though. He's just.
But
been,
that's my point. When people draft him, they're drafting him because of his upside.
no, but Traquan has had spike weeks. Traquan has done it. Miko has not.
But where's
So-
Miko going in drafts? He's going well ahead
Yeah,
of Traquan.
I mean, I don't like Miko. I don't.
okay,
you know,
but my whole
that's
point.
that's hopes and wishes.
And let's not get into other topics because we're going to cover that Chiefs offense.
we need a whole
but
episode.
let me ask you this.
Talking about
But let me ask you
upside
this.
at one point.
I'm just talking about for any specific week. Who do you think has the higher ceiling to score that specific week?
Marquez Callaway. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why specifically. This is an offense that schemes its player open. There was one player in particular that I remember watching where it was a rub route. And it was literally between two players that were involved in this play. They eventually called a penalty on it, but it was two players that were involved in this play. It was Marquez Callaway and Traquan Smith. Guess who rubbed who?
I think
Traquan
I think I remember
was the
exact play you're
rubber,
talking about.
and Marquez was the one who was schemed open and caught the touchdown.
And they penalized Traquan. I think I
for
remember
me,
the play.
it really has nothing to do with like who's the most athletic. To me, it's who is the coach wanting to scheme open? Who is the coach wanting to call plays for?
Okay. Last question, and then we can move on, Chris. Do you think Traquan can improve this season? Because
That's always in the realm of possibility.
I do believe the talent's there. Remember, he's a third-round pick.
It's always in the realm of possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, like I would not be surprised if he like led them in targets.
Okay.
And he's not even that expensive.
He's not expensive at all.
Yeah.
He's probably going like maybe a round or two higher than Marquez. So it's not even like it's a big.
And I never agree with the there's three wide receivers on one team, just take the cheapest one with the value. Like that's not why I'm taking Tyler Boyd. I don't ascribe to that. Like I want the best guy, and I want the guy that gives me the best value. I just think Marquez is the better guy. That's why I just don't take Traquan.
I said, God, give me a warning. Please take me for the morning, so I need more disappointments than I ever will appointments. Give a fuck about your feelings, rub it in. This your ointment can't depend on the oinker. Find your pick in the blanket, find a